If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you, here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out.
An aspiring rapper is in jail tonight in Polk County, accused of fatally shooting a man in the back.
Detectives are using a rap video as evidence against him.
I mean, come on, man. Like, how many times we gonna see this? Like, how many times is you rappers are gonna continue to confess over a beat and then think that homicide detectives is not watching your Instagrams, your Facebooks, your other social medias? Like homicide detectives can't go to Apple and all this old type of stuff and stream your music and listen to it and say, he said he did this, that happened on this day, and he talking about our victim. That's a confession. That's a confession without them even reading you your rights. You know, they gotta, when you get into a homicide detective's office or when you get in front of the police and they get trying to question you, you had the right to remain silent. They don't even, you bypassed all that. You just confessing publicly to murders. Like, listen, on some realness, to all my rappers out there, all my gangbangers out there, my gangsters, my criminals, right? Do y'all really believe in y'all mind just because you confess to a crime over a beat that they can't do nothing with that right there? That don't apply. Jay-Z and them, they trying to get that law thrown out, so that don't. No, listen, learn how to read law before you start listening to what other people are trying to do. Understand something. If you are confessing to a crime over a beat, they are going to use that in the court of law. Why? Because you confessing to a crime. You confessing to breaking the law. We hood educated, not lane related. I mean, come on. But I mean, hey, y'all believe fat meat ain't greasy, so hey, man, continue on, right? So now in this case right here, right, they saying that the brother Darion was mean mugging the brother McGee, right? Darion is 19 years old. He's charged with first degree murder and with, other charges as well. McGee, 33 years old. But they both gang banging. So now they having a mug out, right? They mean mugging each other. They doing all that right there to each other, right? And so Darion, he ups his pole and get to chasing the brother. Shoot him in the back. Now, once he shot him in the back, McGee goes to the hospital. Detectives come in there, hey, who shot you? What's going on? Man, I ain't got nothing to say to y'all. I don't know who shot me. He's alive and well. He's speaking. He ain't dead. But he died 24 days later after being shot. Now, some of y'all say, well, dang, how did he die? Did he leave the hospital? What's going on? No, he was in the hospital when he died, but he denied medical attention. He denied medication that could have saved his life. And that's how he ended up dying as a result of being shot. So now, once he died, all the information that the witnesses were saying and stuff like that, okay, now it's a homicide. The homicide is involved. Witnesses is telling homicide that, hey, it was, Darion. You know what I'm saying? He, this what type of gun he had. He chased him down and he shot him. So now what that gives the homicide detective, that gives them probable cause to go get up in Darion's social media, to get up on all his, his snaps, Instagrams, all that, right? Not only that, it gives them probable cause to go raid his house. They go up in the house, guess what they find, y'all? They find his raps, they find bullets, and they take that old good phone. Y'all know they gotta have that phone. They take that phone. What do they find? In the phone, a video. Yeah, in that phone, they find a video of him rapping about what he did to McGee. Yeah, I shot him in the back, this, that, and the other. I had that Glock thing shot like a Mac. I shot him in the back, this, that, and the other. They used all that against him. Why? Because the detective saying that they never released how McGee got shot or where he got shot. Only the person that shot him would know where he got shot at. And McGee got shot, from my understanding, one time in the back. Cold-blooded demonstration. So they saying when they get Darion, 19 years old, gangster, they get him in there, for the homicide. I mean, no, they arrested him for another crime. It wasn't a homicide. They arrested him for threatening somebody with a gun. So they lock him up for that, but they get to questioning him about the homicide. Hey, man, people are saying that, you shot McGee, this, that, and the other. He tough. Man, get out my face, man. I don't know what y'all talking about, this, that, and the other. He's standing down, real gangster, right? So once they got enough evidence to charge him, the sheriff said, when they brought on them charge papers, when they said, here you go, that first-degree murder, here you go. They gave him that. He looked at it. First-degree murder? Yeah. Punishment? Life or death? Yeah. They said that boy started crying like a newborn baby that done lost their pacifier. They say that boy was, I'm talking about, when you cry, when you got that snot coming out your nose, and then you can't even breathe right. I don't know why y'all, it was, when you get to doing that, when you just, you can't control nothing, you just so sad and you mad and all these emotions, you can't even breathe. I ain't do, shoom, yeah. See, now they don't tell you young brothers about all that part right there. You see what I'm saying? They gonna tell you about all the gangster stuff. Yeah, man, we ran up on them, we did this. We caught what you call slipping, we did that. They ain't gonna tell you about when they hit you with the murder charges. And I'm talking about you get that lump in your throat. You get that lump in your throat, and then this fear come over you. I'm talking about like fear. Because you understanding, you looking at that paper, you like, life? What y'all mean, life? Look, true story on everything I love, right? I remember when I got knocked for my serious crime when I went to the joint for, right? No lie, tough, gangster, all that. When I seen that, when they brought me them charge papers and I seen how much time I was looking at, man, that's how I know, man, it was like a fear I ain't never even experienced before. And then there was a lump in my throat. I don't know what it was, but it just was like a lump or something in my throat, and I barely could talk. Because in Minnesota, when they give you a serious charge like that, a lot of the times they give you the phone right then and there. Go ahead, you need to call somebody, you need to call a lawyer or somebody. And so they gave me the phone, and who I called? My mama. Yeah, you call good old mama then, but when you ripping and running them streets, you ain't even studying mama, you know what I'm saying? You ripping and running the streets, you taking care of business, you doing what you want to do. But now you in trouble. Yeah, now you in trouble. You done turned back into a little baby again. You turn back into that little kid when you hurt your knee. Mama. You get to crying, you see blood on your knee, or you hit your elbow, your mama, you want help. And mama gonna come and help you. She been doing it for years, ever since you been a baby. So when they hit me with them charges, I called mama. And I told her, I said, mama, they trying to give me this much time. And she said, being the mother that she is, baby, they can't do that. They ain't gonna do that to you. Now, at this hour, I'm not even understanding how much stress that I'm putting on my mama by calling her and telling her the charges that I'm facing, and by calling her and telling her how much time that I'm facing. You see what I'm saying? But being the mother that she was, She tried to comfort me. They can't do that. They ain't got nothing on you. You ain't do that, baby. You ain't do that. Shit. My mama just ain't know, boy. Yeah, mama, I did that. And I'm saying that because I went to jail for that. You know what I'm saying? I went to trial and they knocked my ass. I'm talking about they hit me upside the head. You know what I mean? But yeah, so that's what happened to him. He started doing that crime that I'm talking about that I was doing. You understand what I'm saying? He started doing it. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't do all that. I ain't do all that though. I had a little bit too much pride for that. I ain't do all that though. But that lump was there and I was sad. You know what I'm saying? I just ain't cry. Not right then and there I didn't. Right? But now, understand something. This happens all the time. A quick another story, right? A quick another story. Real quick, y'all. It was this brother. I'm talking about, man, one of the lords, man. One of the conservatives. Oh, man. This brother here was ruthless. I'm talking about, man, look, he caught his body. And everybody in the hood knew that he had the body, you know what I'm saying? And he's still ripping and running and all that. But once he caught the body, he just went crazy. When he understood that the homicide detectives was looking for him, he just went crazy. Y'all talking about like, he just catching body after body. So now they looking for him for 3 bodies. This boy going wild. So now, when I caught my case, I had ended up getting into a fight with a disciple in the county jail. And so I broke a bone. I broke this bone right here, y'all, in my hand. Because I hit him so hard, I broke his jaw, right? And I broke the bone in my hand. So when you break a bone or something like that, or you real sick, they put you in the medical quad. So I was in the medical quad right next to the probable cause quad when everybody come in. Tell me why I see Lord come through that joint. I already knew he had them 3 bodies. I'm already locked up for mines, right? He got 3. I look out the little window thing, I see him out there. When we first seen each other, we greeting each other. What's up, Lord? Yeah, mighty, hey, brother. Yeah. So he got 48 hours, you know, before they charge him. 72 hours. Was it 48 or 72? I think it's 72, right? 3 days or 2 days before they charge you. It's been a long time, y'all. They come with them charge papers. They bring them out in the hallway. They give them to him. I'm looking. Soon as they gave them to him, I'm talking about like how they do on TV and all that. When you just fall out, when you just buckle. Lord just like his back went up against the wall and his legs just let loose and he just fell to the ground. He still got the papers in his hand. The CO sitting there like he understand that this man got 3 murders, and so he just sitting there just letting him going through what he going through, and he crying. And I'm sitting there, I'm looking like, damn, 1 is enough, but 3. And then while he crying, he look up to the window, and I'm sitting right there. I don't know what to say. I can't yell out to him or nothing like that. All we can do is just see each other. And he just looked at me. And he just said, it's over. That's what his words. I read his lips. He just shook his head, tears in his eyes, and he said, it's over. Now, understand something. To all you young brothers and you classic brothers, if you ain't never experienced nothing like that, if you ain't never seen nothing like that, if you ain't never been through nothing like that yourself, I wouldn't wish that on nobody. Even though we out there wilding, we doing all this wild stuff and all that, but once you get behind that wall and them people talking about giving you the rest of your life in the penitentiary, it's a whole nother game. And if you do the crime, do the time. Easier said than done. But if you do the crime and you get caught, you're going to end up doing your time. But again, I don't wish that type of feeling on nobody, because it's something that is strange, but at the same time, it's something that you gonna go through if you out there running around ripping in them streets. Most men, listen to what I'm telling y'all. Most men, when they get them type of charges and that feeling, they want to kill themselves. I'm telling you, If they had guns in there for people to kill themselves in the county jails, it'd be so many people dead, man. Y'all would be like, why they killing themselves up in there? It's too much. Too much depression, stress. It's over with. And a lot of people like to just get it over. And a lot of people, once they get their time and they go to the joint, they kill themselves all the time. All the time. So if you don't want to go through that, quit playing in them streets. Get out the way. Now, like I said, this boy right here did all that crime. But ain't nobody coming to save you now. I mean, you in the long arms of the law. They got a bed for you. They got a toilet for you. They got a sink for you. They got food for you. You're going to be there for the remainder of your life if you get convicted. Now, with this situation right here, the cold-blooded part, or one of the cold-blooded parts about it is this right here. They ain't even got the gun. But they want it. The sheriff is offering people $5,000 to bring them that gun. Understand, he already charged. Darion, he already charged. So that's letting us know that they gotta have solid evidence. And what I mean by that rap song, the raps that he wrote, them bullets in the house, and them eyewitnesses pointing at him. That's him. He the one that I seen with that gun chasing that boy down and shot that boy. And they got his rap lyrics. Yeah, I shot him in the back. Cold-blooded game. There's a lot of people. I'm talking about there's a lot of brothers that's locked up doing life in the penitentiary right now, wishing that they would have listened to the brothers that's telling them, hey man, chill out. You need to quit doing that, man. You need to stop, you know. I'm talking about they wishing that they had aggravated robbery charges instead of those murder charges. They wishing they had anything than a life sentence. Some of them brothers that's locked up, you probably can say, hey man, look, let me get a kidney and you know, let me use your arm and then we'll take 20 years off that life sentence, man. And you know, you can get out when you 50. You get out when you 70. They gonna take that. Oh man, come on. Because people want that freedom. You young brothers right now, y'all got freedom. Y'all got something that a lot of people don't get. Stop bullshitting with your freedom. Stop acting like your freedom ain't about nothing. Because there's people in this world that will take it from you. By putting you in the ground or putting you in jail. This hood educated, not lane related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. If I said anything that caused you to think, please hit that subscribe button if you ain't subscribed to the channel already and give me a like. And if you're feeling generous, make a small donation to the channel. Now, before I leave, let me give a shout out to some of the blessings that I received this week. Let me give a shout out to the homeboy Kwame King for the $1.99 cash app. Let me give a shout out to Tyler Jamal for the $100 thanks, super thanks. I really appreciate that, bro. Let me give a shout out to Juan Olaguez for the $9.99 super thanks. I really appreciate that, bro. And Kwame King, that was a super thanks. I really appreciate that, bro. Let me give a shout out to the brother Maurice for the $25 cash app. Good looking, Maurice. Let me give a shout out to William Hunt for the $5 cash app. I really appreciate that, William. Let me give a shout out to Darrell Rowe for the $5 cash app. Good looking, Darrell. Let me give a shout out to the chef, Baha Jackson, for the $12 cash app. Good looking, Baha. Let me give a shout out to Franklin Gartrell for the $10 cash app. I really appreciate that, Franklin. Let me give a shout out to Robert Myers for the $25 cash app. I really appreciate that. Now let me give a shout out to Anthony Jackson for the $20 PayPal. Man, I appreciate all the love and the donations. This is hood educated, not lame related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there.